Good evening, welcome to Music and Musings. My name is Bishop Ariel Santos, and we're here with the desire to be able to help you prepare for tomorrow's worship, tomorrow, the Lord's Day. Let us show you the scriptures, and then we will be right back. Tomorrow is the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time. We continue our journey through Ordinary Time, which has been ordained for us to walk in the good works that God has prepared for us from beforehand. And the gospel for tomorrow is taken out of Matthew chapter 20, Jesus talking about the parable of the laborers in the vineyard, where this landowner, in his graciousness, invited idle workers who were just waiting for somebody to be helpful enough to hire them so that they can have a wage for the day, so that they can have provisions for their families to eat and to take care of them. And so this landlord went about in the city and found in, I think, the marketplace, some workers early in the morning and invited them to work in his vineyard. And so they were glad that they would have work for the day, they would have a wage for the day, they have something to feed their family with for the day. And then he also went out on the third hour and found others sitting idly, and so he hired them as well. He did the same at the 6th hour and the 9th hour, and he still found people who could work in his vineyard, even if it was the middle of the day already and it was late in the day. And so he invited them to work as well. He still did that at the 11th hour, at the last hour. And he still found people who were without work. And so he asked them, "What are you doing sitting idly and doing nothing?" And they said, "Because no one hired us." And so he said, "Okay, you come to my vineyard, work for even 1 hour, and I'll give you what's fair." And so he did, and they came and worked for him in his vineyard. At the end of the day, the landlord called his foreman, his chief laborer, supervisor, and he instructed him to pay the laborers their wages, starting with those who came in late at the 11th hour. And when they came, each of them was given 1 denarius, which was the going rate for the day, for 1 day's wage. So they were very, very grateful because they got a full day's wage for 1 hour work. And so they took their money, they went their way, and they were very grateful. Same with those who came at the 9th hour, 6th hour, and 3rd hour. When those who came early in the morning, when their turn came and they received their wages, they each got 1 denarius, the same amount as what those who worked late got. And so they complained, and they told the landlord, you gave the same, you gave us the same or as much as you gave the others who worked less than we did. I mean, we bore the scorching heat of the sun, and we work for a full day, and you treat us the same? And the landlord responds and says, why are you complaining? When I hired you, you were very grateful that somebody is gracious enough to have a contract with you and pay you. Now you have work, now you have a wage, now you have something to feed your family with. Why are you complaining now? Didn't we agree on a certain rate? And what is it to you that I'm generous to others? If I do what I want with my money, is that your business? No, right? See, this is the lesson. Two things I would like to point out. One, God is gracious to all. Gracious to all. Even to those who think that they work more. No, none of us is righteous. None of us deserves God's grace. That's why it's called grace and mercy. But out of His kindness and generosity, He blesses us. Number two, we should be grateful. Grateful for what God has done for us. Maybe He does something greater. Maybe. That's argumentative. But maybe He does something greater for others. Which is not true, because God loves us all equally. Bottom line is, we should be grateful. We are blessed beyond measure. We are blessed beyond what we deserve. And instead of complaining, because no one has a right to complain, because everyone God has blessed, instead of doing that, be thankful and respond in thankfulness. That's the challenge to you and I. Because no one, and I mean no one, has not received the blessing of God, which is infinite and immeasurable. Be grateful. That will give you peace. That will give you joy and contentment. Again, thank you for joining us here on Music and Musings tonight. We'll see you again next week. God bless you.